You just learned about how to use complementary colors to make a color less intense. Let's put that to the test. This is another page in your sketchbook, should be right after the other ones. And what we're going to work on is an intensity scale. What I would really love for you to do is actually divide this down the middle and do this with two different sets of colors so you can really understand what I'm talking about. At the top, we're going to use a pure hue, which is just a color. So we'll do red, and what's complementary color of red? Green, you're right. Do green at this side. And what you're gonna do is for each box, all the way to this one, you are actually going to add a little bit of the complementary color. So what you can do is you can start by coloring all of these boxes green, with the same value, the same pressure of your pencil. And you can color all of these boxes red. This is again a little different than mixing paint colors, but I think you'll find it works just pretty well. And here in the middle, where this is going to be an equal amount of complementary colors, now that I've already colored it green, with the same pressure I was pressing here for red, I'm going to cover it with red also. Now, sometimes it doesn't make a horrible color. Like this could be kind of an interesting purple, I suppose. Then we're going to come back here and I'm going to lightly add a very tiny bit of green. I'm going to press a little harder with my green and even a little more. So I can see what happens to my red color over each one. If you're not seeing the difference very much, you can go ahead and add a little bit more red in each one. But what's going to happen is it's going to dim the intensity. So for example, say you're making a landscape and you're coloring the grass, but you only grabbed a kind of bright green like this one. You're like, whoa, grass isn't normally that color outside. This is crazy. This looks like a cartoon. I want it to look natural. That's when, instead of using black, that's when you start adding in bits of grass that are the complementary color. So you could take a red and add it into there so it looks a little bit more camo. Or sometimes you guys just have to play around with this a little bit. Sometimes you can add orange to green to also change the intensity, because orange is related to red, so it kind of works. So I want you to do this for at least two different colors. Over in this section, you can just list some complementary colors real quick. And then finally, this box right here is to show you how you can use complementary colors to also create emphasis. What I'd like you to do in this section is just break it up into some different spaces and shapes. It doesn't really matter, you know, how many you break it up into or what kind of things. This is just a little exercise. And I want you to color all of the shapes analogous cool colors except one. So analogous, remember, is colors that are next to each other on the color wheel. So this could be blue, blue-violet, could be violet, could be blue-green or green, but stick to different shades and tints of those cool colors. And I want you to notice how the orange really stands out. If you did this with warm colors and had a bright blue spot in the middle, it would be the same thing. They're going to make each other pop out because of the complementary nature. Okay, so this will be your third and I think final worksheet for this section before we start getting into some super in-depth colored pencil stuff. Good job. Turn these all in. See ya.